Hello, pile number one. Pile number one, today we are going to make a reading about the current blockages and how to resolve them. So we know that all the time we are facing some kind of problems in life, unfortunately. And these problems are not there to punish us. These problems are there just to open up us, our heart, our mind, to teach us something. And I know many of you are going to say like, okay, why I need to learn so many lessons when it will be enough, when is the end of it? But the truth is, despite you don't want to hear it, it's actually part of life and it will always be present. So the only thing that matters is how you are going to look at it, what will be your perspective on it, and how you are going to deal with it. How fast you're going to learn the lessons, because once the lesson is learned, it goes away. Okay, it goes away. So this is why we are doing this reading, to actually help you to go easier through this period. Okay, to little bit give you more insight into what is going on. I mean, you already know what is going on, but, to open up a little bit of more, let's say, guidance for you, so that we see in which direction it will be better and easier for you to cope with the situation. So let's open up all cards that we have. We are not taking reversals. So we have Temperance, we have Death, and we have Justice. With the practice, I hope that it is visible for you guys. I'm going to pull this one up so that we see all. Okay. And we have here Healer and Practice together with Reconnect. I don't know if you see this, but I hope yes. Okay. Okay, so let's start with your reading, guys. Let's see what is happening there. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? So with this card, we see clearly something is happening there right now in your life that is not allowing you to have your own will. So you have to obey, you have to adjust, you have to be flexible, you have to compromise. You're not in the position where you are in control. You're not in position where you are in charge. So this is the first obstacle that you are facing, and it is very hard for you to keep the balance, to keep yourself and to follow the situation, to stay calm in all of this, to it's like almost for some of you, it's going to be like the day does not have enough hours to devote yourself to everyone and everything that you need to complete to succeed. This is how I feel it. So basically, it is like you feel overwhelmed and you feel like too many things are pressing you and pressuring you, and you feel that everything and everyone is on your back. You're struggling with finding balance, guys, and this is what I really feel this heavily with these cards. With Healer here, it's almost like you really need help. You really need help. You are reaching your limits and you are ready, almost to burn out. And I don't know what is going on with you. It could be related with job. For some of you, it's going to be really difficult situation connected with finances. And this is what is really too much. For some of you, it's going to be love-related issues. For some of you, family. And for some of you, it's going to be all at the same time. So, guys, you are now here so that we can, explore how to cope with this situation easier at this moment, and to get some kind of like, let's say, help from the divine about the direction, how to move forwards. So let's see the advice that we received. Okay, so with the Empress and with the period, definitely, okay, so Divine is telling us, the first thing that it is telling us as a message is that this is just a phase. This is not going to be lasting long. And this is a short period. This is just a wave that you need to go through, you know, like a surfers go and catch the wave and go on the wave, and then the wave finishes, and that's it. So this is your wave. And it's uncomfortable wave, and it's heavy, hard wave, but you can do it, because divine never puts on us something that we cannot do, something that we cannot manage with, something that we cannot bear. So the fact that it is happening to you is also the fact that you can do it, you can go through it. The Empress is a beautiful card of manifesting something into fruition, like working or putting effort, time, investing in something, doing some, focusing on something very long time, very dedicated. And then at the end of this process, you know, what we get as a result is an Empress. It's some kind of reward, the beauty at the end of the struggle, okay? So divine is definitely reassuring you this is coming. You are going to be rewarded for the efforts that you are putting now. So it all depends about how deep you are going to go within this situation. You need to practice balance. So how well you are going to balance everything, how well you are going to bear all of the pressure on your back, how well you are going to stay calm in the moments when you could like this easily lose the temper, you know, like, because I feel like in this time you could be very sensitive, people could be, you know, triggering you with very small things actually, and it's not their fault. It's basically your sensitivity at this tough period, and nobody is blaming you, pile number one. We are just acknowledging that now it's not the time for you when you are at your strongest. So the divine is saying, what is the main message is that the period will end. This is just a phase, just a period, just a wave that you need to go through. And very soon you're going to reach this beautiful statement of having it all sorted out. And for many of you, everything is going to be placed on its place within the 3 months period. That is why we are receiving this beautiful card as some kind of like a sign. Then within 3 months period, all of the things that you are now struggling, all of the things that are bothering you now at this moment are going to be resolved. So this is a beautiful confirmation connected with that. And I just wanted to take one more card as your advice. Reframe. Yes, yes, yes. So it seems like at the moment, because you are in the middle of shit, no other way to say it, you don't see things clearly as they are. So your perspective and the way how you see things, people, is a little bit clouded. So you don't see reality as it is at this point of time. So divine is simply advising you, reframe. Not everything that you think is true. Not everything that you see is as you see it. You know very well that all of the things can be observed from many angles, many different angles. So you need to switch a little bit perspective. Don't be fixed on just one view, the view that you are having now. In that period of 3 months, when this wave will finish, that will happen very naturally, and you will switch the perspective and you will see things that you are going through now differently. But the divine is challenging you to be flexible now at this moment and try to also be open to see things a little bit different. Now, to move forwards, what is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? It seems to me that the main blockage right now for you, pile number one, is your own thought that you cannot have something, that you cannot do something, that you cannot bear something, that you cannot go through something, that simply it is your own feeling that you cannot do it. you are preventing yourself, you are limiting yourself, your belief, your thoughts, the way how you see things. You see how it is connected. You are your own blockage. I have to say it like that, pile number one. You are your own blockage. Your mind, your thoughts are blocking and sabotaging you. Your mind is creating things, thoughts that are not helping you, not contributing you. You know, that's why we have reconnect, because things are not connected within your mind at this moment as they should be. That is what I've been saying in this previous row. You don't see reality as it is. You see it from this dark perspective. So your thoughts could be very overwhelming. And these thoughts are actually blocking you to do some things. With that card here, you see things very fatalistic. Meaning you see everything having a negative outcome or possibly negative outcome, or you see the bad in everything, or you focus on bad things in everything to the point that you don't see, you don't feel, and you don't aware the things that are there, that are positive, that are good, that are happening as well at the same time, that are present. That is the problem, pile number one. The way how you see things, the way how you're thinking at the moment is very, very, very unrealistic. That is not what is happening. That is not what it is there. So let's take one card to help us. Let's take advice and to see what the divine is telling us. Okay. So you are in some kind of dilemma. You cannot decide between one thing or another. You are at some kind of point where you're not sure, should you go or should you not go? Should you do it or you should not do it? There is a dilemma. And dilemma is there because there are too many options. And options are in your mind. So you're creating too many scenarios. That's why dilemma is there. Because you cannot decide, you cannot make up your mind. So with the world, what we see from this card here, in this specific view, we see the bigger picture. We are not here down into the mud, seeing things from the mud. We need to raise above, and we need to see everything that it is happening in our lives from the bird's perspective. Okay, from above. You see, we see the map. We are not inside on this continent, inside seeing the trees. No, we see everything, all of the continents, the earth, the sea, everything, oceans. So divine is telling you as an advice that to gain the insight in what is actually going on, you need to remove yourself mentally from the situation that you are going through. You need to look at the things from above. And I'm going to take one more card. Remember, excellent card, because it is telling us simply that you forgot where have you been, what happened to you, and what have you been experiencing. First of all, you forgot that you already have been through these kind of waves and that you passed through them, and that it was also hard and it was also confusing and you had these same problems. And divine is telling you, if you manage to do this once, then you are going to do it again. This is something that it is repeating. This is not something that it is from yesterday. You know, you already know it. You have already experienced it. Don't make the same mistakes twice. This is what divine is telling you. Don't make the same mistakes twice. And to be more concrete, remember in the past the situations that were similar to this one, and remember what you did. If you ran away, don't run away. Stay. And if you stayed and you put too much effort and too much things, then try to be more flexible. Try to give a little bit more space to the people around you. Don't be so intense. And if you, for example, I don't know, resolved this situation in the past very slowly, then that is indication that this situation can be resolved in better ways. Learn something from previous mistakes, but know one thing. From the perspective where you are now, you don't see clearly. Things, people, your thoughts are not right. You need to reframe. You need to change something to see things differently so that you can make decisions. Don't make decisions from the emotions and thoughts that you are feeling now. And this is a very important message, because if you now bring the decision from your dark perspective and your overwhelmed thoughts, it's not going to be the right one. So try to relax your mind, try to release your thoughts, try to find the center of your being, try to go more into your heart. Don't stick only with your brain. Try to remember the emotions, the reactions from the past, and so on. And you will resolve this puzzle very quickly. You will see the answer, you will see the solution. It's going to pop up, it's going to be very clearly presented to you, in front of you. Okay, pile number 1. Let's move forward. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? And then we have justice, and then we have practice. Okay, so the justice card is very similar to this temperance card. Your reading is basically a one big connected unit, where we see that at this moment you are overwhelmed and the emotions that you are feeling are too many. They are changing. You're constantly like a Libra. You're trying to wait. Is it like this? Is it like that? Do I want this? Do I want that? Should I do this? Should I do that? You're constantly measuring. You're constantly weighing. You're constantly trying to find the balance. Whatever you are and whatever you are doing, you're putting a lot of effort in trying to find the answer, find the right pathway, make the right decision. I would say, make the right decision. This is the major thing. But the problem is that emotions are the consequences, direct consequences and manifestations of our thoughts. And if your thoughts are already clouded, and if you don't see the things as they are, because you are overwhelmed, you are thinking too much, you are overthinking, you are exhausted, and there are too many bad things happening at the same time, so you are coping with it very bad, then how your emotions are going to be real? They're not going to be real. They're going to be just side effects of these thoughts. And if the thoughts are not right, emotions will not be right. So if you're feeling down, sad, disappointed, betrayed, helpless, and so on, that's not the real thing. That's not the reality again. That's just connection with the thoughts that you're having. This is producing this emotional statement. So don't let the false emotions to rule your life. Like I said, don't bring decisions from the bad place, from the bad place of thoughts. It will not be the right pathway. Same with emotions. Don't let bad emotions to run your life. Practice, 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 practice. Let me just open few more cards for advice to see what the divine has to say about that Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. And then we have follow. Yeah. Okay. Very clear message, pile number 1. You want to skip the steps. You want shortcut. You want it to be finished fast. You just want to, you don't care in which way, what is going to be, even if you have to cheat the system, you are going to take the shortest route because you want it to finish as soon as possible. This is a very big, warning from the divine. And the divine is saying to you, that's a bad choice. That's a bad pathway. You should not follow the masses. You should not follow what everyone is, you know, like doing. Like everyone is doing shortcuts, then I'm going to. Everyone is cheating the system, then I will also do that. You know, like don't follow that. That's not you. That is all coming from bad thoughts, and bad thoughts creating bad emotions, and then where you are on the bad pathway. This is a bad pathway, pile number 1. So divine is telling you, yes, it's tempting, it is heavy, you want all of this shit to finish as soon as possible. Yes, we understand. But if you take the wrong pathway, you're going to be just catapulted back to this wave. You will have to go again, all the way back, and then all over again to this same wave a little bit further in the future. Do you want that? No, you don't. You really don't. Nourish. So you have to nourish the goodness in you. You have to keep it, you have to preserve it, you have to detect it. You have to detect the goodness, you have to find it. In this darkness, you have to find it. If you feel helpless, remember, everything until now in your life was sorted out at one way or another. If you feel tired, remember, you were sick, you were weak, but you gained strength again. The wheel of fortune is turning all the time. Nothing is constant, everything is changing. If you feel lonely and unloved, remember that you are not alone. There are so many people that love you, and most importantly, divine God is always there, you know, like always there protecting you, taking care of you. You're not alone. We are all connected together, you know, like we are all connected. So there is no such thing as being alone or lonely or abandoned. That's just an illusion. So if you want to take a shortcut, remember, you don't have to take a shortcut. Why? Because you're here to learn. You are here to learn. You are here to practice your skills. You are here to grow. You are here to win, to conquest yourself, your lower self. And you're going to do it. File number 1, you can do it, and you are going to do it because you received all of the confirmations that that will happen. Okay? All of the confirmations that that will happen. Let's take a few messages for the end. I don't compare my life to others. Everyone is on their own journey. Exactly. So please don't compare yourself with anyone. You are unique. You're special. You're beautiful as you are. You're not perfect. Nobody is. We are all, you know, like work in progress, and we are constantly changing, constantly working on ourselves. We are constantly trying to be better selves. And even if we fail a little bit, that's nothing, you know, like we get up from the ground, put the crown on our head, and we move forward. I will not worry about things I cannot control. Listen to this. I will not worry about things I can control. Pile number 1. What did we just talk about? Your thoughts. Don't worry for the things that you can control. You cannot control basically anything. So why worry? Don't spend your energy. I have the power to change my thoughts. You do. You do. The root of everything, pile number 1, all of the problems here, is not the problem itself. It's not the relationship. It's not the job. It's not the bad situation. It's not the family problems. It's the thoughts that you are cultivating right now at this moment. Because with right thoughts, less worry, less comparison with others, you can sing your song, you can dance your dance, and you can go through this thing in your own rhythm, you know, and just finish it and leave this lesson behind so that it never repeats again. And you can do it because you received all of the elements of confirmation that you have that strength, you have that persistence, you have it in yourself. You just need to work on the thoughts and decide that you're not going to worry and that you're not going to try to change things that you cannot control. You're going to reframe your views, you are going to work on reducing the bad thoughts, and you are going to automatically switch the emotion into something else. Pile number 1, this was your reading. It was probably one of my longest readings that I ever had, but I felt that it's needed. I think that you, all of you, pile number 1, if you are in this situation, don't force anything, then you really needed this guidance, and I hope that it will push you, it will give you strength, and it will help you on your way. Thank you for being here. If you are here first time, if you love my videos, make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, so that I see that you are there. For everyone who already there, big thanks, guys. It's beautiful to have you here, and I'm very happy to spread the messages, because I think that they are really important on our pathway and could be really helpful for periods when we are really struggling, right? So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day and evening wherever you are, and hope to see you with my next reading. Bye. File number 2. Today we are with the reading. What are the blockages right now in your life, and how can you remove them? So we are going to be asking Divine for advices, how to remove the blockages that are now there, present in your life. And pile number 1 was quite intense. Now we will see what is going to be for the pile number 2, but I strongly feel that this reading is needed, as this period is quite challenging for almost everyone. Astrologically looking at it as well, so everyone is, you know, having some kind of problem. Everyone is dealing with something. So I decided to make this reading to actually help you to cope with whatever you are dealing with at this moment, and to be there as a bridge between you and the divine, so that you would get, you know, some clear messages and help on the way that probably you need. So firstly, we are going to look at the cards. What do we have here? We have how, okay, let's open all of the cards, then we are going to see. So here we have Queen of Wands, we have Hermit, and we have Seven of Wands, okay. Then here we have Nutrition, interesting. This I'm going to put under. Here we have the Hermit, and we have Counseling. Okay, okay. So we can start with your reading, pile number 2, and let's see what is going on. Sorry. How can I be more flexible right now? With Queen of Wands and Nutrition. Pile number 1. Your schedule is too fast. You are used to some kind of routines, some things that you are usually doing that make your day or month or year. You have some things that you want to do or you love doing, or, you know, you have your own schedule. Let's say it like that. And it's a very big problem for you when something arrives in your life that kicks you out of your comfort zone and you cannot follow the schedule. You know, things become chaotic and disordered, and you don't like that feeling. You feel lost. You feel like somebody kicked you from your element because you love and things are under your control. And when they are repeating, like when they are stable, you love routine, okay? So that is very important to you. And at this moment, you don't have it. You don't have it. You have to experiment. You have to adjust yourself. You have to, I don't know, create a lot of different variations of some things to pull things out. You have to do things that usually you don't have to do. Let's say it like that. And it is killing you. You don't want to sacrifice some of the things, but you are forced to sacrifice. For some of you, it's going to be comfort. For some of you, it's going to be some kind of maybe hobbies or things that you are, doing. For some of you, it's going to be vacations. For some of you, it's going to be financial sacrifice. For some of you, it's going to be also emotional. But with the Queen of Wands and nutrition, we see that you have to reduce the quality of your life at the moment because of something. And you are not that type. You're the type that you're always in the go, always in the move. You know what you want. You know how you want it. You have a perfect taste. For example, for many of you, it's going to be so basic that it comes to food. You cannot anymore maybe afford the same level and quality of the food. Or you don't have time to prepare food that you usually prepared in the past. Or you don't have time to actually take care of what you're eating. Because maybe things are so fast that, eating is just something that you do on the go and you don't, you just don't pay attention to that anymore. So you feel your body is suffering, or you gain weight or you lost weight, depending about what is your organism. This is a general reading, so many of you here. But the thing is that something is happening there, that it is, not allowing you to be in your element, not allowing you to live how you used to live. Something kicked you out from your routine, from your comfort. And now you are feeling lost. You are feeling, you are really feeling not good. You feel like you want to go back. You want to establish this stability. You miss the stability. You feel unstable. So we are going to take one card as advice, the Star, and also one text. We are going to take one analyze and the Star to get some kind of like insight from the divine concerning this. Okay, so pile number one, you are pile number two. Pile number two, you are having goals, you're having targets, you're having things that you want to achieve. That's clear, okay? Yes. At this moment, you cannot achieve your goals. It seems like it's very far away. You cannot reach it. It seems like you don't lose the hope. You're still going towards it, but it seems so distant. When you look at the situation right now, you don't see the possibility how you could accomplish your goals in these circumstances you are right now. So you're constantly analyzing the situation. You're thinking about it. You're creating some kind of plans. You're rearranging things, trying to make this thing possible. And what divine is actually saying to you that in this situation is that, first of all, fate cannot be analyzed because it is not rational thing, okay? Destiny is something that it is in a way pre-ordered, and some things are pre-ordered and some things are free-willed, and we don't know actually where is the boundary. So, at the end of the story, we cannot really analyze because we don't even have all of the data so that we could bring conclusions. So basically, divine is telling you you're wasting your time. Because you can think how much you want and you can analyze how much you want, but things are either gonna sit in the placement so that you can make arrangement to this goal and target or not. And it's not in your control. It's not in your control, pile number two. So you need to release the control. This is the divine's message. You need to let something above you, that it is stronger than you, more powerful than you, guide you. You need to trust more that the stars are going to show you the way. How you're going to see the stars if your face is in the papers and analyzing and trying to calculate something and to control everything? You're not going to see the signs. So divine is telling you the signs are all around you. Open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind. The pathway is going to be presented to you towards your goal. It's going to be, basically it is there, but you can see it only overnight. What does that mean? Overnight, that means when you get still, when you get silenced, when you remove the thoughts, when you get fully relaxed, then you can see the signs. Then they are going to appear to you. Over the day, we don't see the stars, right? We don't see anything on the sky. It is just blue sky with the clouds. But over the night, we do see them. And you know, like this is the message. The pathway will be shown to you if you get still. In the stillness, in the black canvas, you know, the pathway is going to be shown to you, but you have to still the mind. Go away from this analyzing brain and stop trying to control everything. You know, trust. Have more trust. And the signs are going to be visible to you. Divine is sending signs. So this is a very important thing to know. To move forward, when was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Pile number 2. You are too serious. Everything you are taking serious. You are pulling yourself with the Hermit inside of yourself, and you're trying to find answers inside. There is nothing bad in going inside. There is nothing bad in trying to find the truth, inner truth. That's good. But if you cut yourself away from everyone and everything, you're cutting yourself also from experiencing life. Laughing and smiling. I read somewhere that, like, I don't know how many hundreds, maybe I'm wrong, maybe if you know, guys, then you can maybe tell me in the comments, how many muscles are we using actually while we are smiling or laughing? It was some kind of crazy number, I can remember. It's like triple number of muscles than when we are serious or, you know, grumpy or sad or crying. So basically, Divine is saying to you, you are not using your full potential by cutting off yourself from everything, because laughter is needed, humor is needed, you know, to get the closure. Because that is what you are searching. You're searching for the inner truth to get the closure of some situation. For some of you, this is going to be some kind of maybe life decision that you need to bring. Maybe you need to choose from things. Maybe you need to decide between things. But you need the closure. And closure, you know that you cannot bring the decision if you don't feel it. So you are searching within yourself. You're trying to see it within yourself. Just like with these signs, you're trying. But the thing is that you closed yourself too much and you isolated yourself too much. Doesn't matter if you are spending time with friends, going out, you know, like that's not connected. Inside of yourself, you are closed. So you can laugh outside, ha 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 ha, you can talk with people, ha ha, let's go there, you can go out, you can be in moving all the time, but actually what is happening, you're keeping it inside. You're putting and storing everything inside. Divine is definitely saying that you need to see the bright side of the problems. That is what you are missing right now at this moment. You see everything very dark. And that's not true, because every situation is funny, you know, in a way. Look at this. It's a sun card. So basically what Divine is saying to you at this moment, restaurant, is that we see things when we put light on it. You know, we have the night and we have the daylight, and both have their role. You know, both have their purpose. With the sun card here, Divine is trying to tell you that you need to open up towards the light. You need to open up towards the sun. You need to open up, you know, open up so that you could receive. Because sunflower and the sun are mutually connected, because without the sun warming the sunflower would not bloom. Okay? So you have to open up so that you received the source of the heat, the sun, the source, so that you could bloom. You cannot do it by yourself. You cannot be closed inside of yourself with this hermit energy. To do that, you have to laugh more. You have to smile more. You have to see the beauty, even in bad things. You have to find the humor, even in most uncomfortable moments. You have to find you know, like something ironic, or something that it will be enough for you to smile and say, oh my God, isn't this funny? Because this and that and that and that happened, and you know, like it's funny. Yeah, it's not funny because it's hard situation, but it's actually funny when you look at it, you know, from other perspective. Sun makes things more visible, lighter, and it allows you to find your inner truth, you know, faster, easier, more proper. So the divine is saying to you, yes, there is a time when you need to go inside of yourself, but there is a time when you need to go outside of yourself, and you need to feel that difference. So don't isolate yourself from your friends, from your family, from your lovers. If some of you are in relationship and you closed yourself from your partner, don't do that. Open up, because your partner is going to be the sun that it is going to warm you and help you to go through this. Or friend or family member. Don't isolate yourself, okay? Open up. You don't have to be an open book, but open up so that somebody can help you, so that somebody can reach towards you. And with the restaurant, we see connection with these nutritions. It is important that you eat something that makes your body healthy and good. Don't forget about food. Don't forget that the food is the fuel for your body to function. You know that if the body, for example, is not getting enough B vitamins or magnesium, that starts really affecting our mental statement. And our mental statement is connected with thoughts and thinking. And when we have deficiency of these vitamins that are playing the very crucial role in the nervous system, then through time we start feeling down, depressed. And it is not depression, it is lack of these vitamins. So, you know, to help yourself not to get into that statement, try to eat food that it is rich with the things that the body needs to function properly, so that our mental statement can be healthy and that our thoughts then can be produced from a good, healthy source. Make sense? I think yes. So pay attention that you don't skip your meals, pay attention that you eat nutritious food, because that is definitely something that will help you. Name all the things you love. Okay, and now 7 of Wands with the counseling. It seems to me, pile number 2, that here we see that you are a little bit ungrateful, I must say it like that, because I think that you forgot how many things you actually love about your life and about yourself and about the people that surround you. And I think that with the 7 of Wands, I mean, we have the similar energy with the Hermit here. You feel like a black sheep, you know, like the black sheep among the white sheep. Among the white sheep. You feel like, I don't know how to say, intruder. You feel different from others. You feel like you are not fitting. You constantly feel somehow, I don't know how to say, isolated from others. Like you don't fit in the group. You're not the same like others. You know, you don't feel that you're fitting in. And this is also a big blockage, because that feeling is coming because you don't name enough the things that you love about your environment. And then because you're only focusing on the bad things about your environment, or how people are at the moment towards you, or what is happening around you, you know, you more and more you're distancing yourself from that environment, because there is no connection, there is no love between the environment and you. And then you start feeling like you don't belong, you know, to that field, to that city, to that group, to these people, whoever it is. It can be friends, you know, it can be a job, it can be anything. So the first step is definitely gratitude. We are going to, of course, take one more card. The gratitude is very important medicine for this statement. You see the Wheel of Fortune. Exactly what I was saying. So at this moment, you have a feeling like everything is against you. Like everything is happening, you know, against you, temple. Almost like, you know, you feel like you are cursed or something like that. This is the energy that I feel pile number 2. Like whatever you start, it's not going, or whatever you try, whatever doors you knock, it's not opening. It's like something is on you, you cannot get rid of it. And this is what is creating this barrier between you and the thing that you are, you know, feeling uncomfortable with. So the divine is saying basically to you, first of all, you need to search for the place where you can gain back your trust in God, divine, universe, whatever you want to call it, however you believe. You know, you need to find a place within yourself or outside of yourself. For many of you, it's going to be a temple. For many of you, it's going to be a mosque, church, synagogue, whatever religion or spiritual practice you are having. You know where to go to find that voice, to strengthen that belief, the faith, so that something is guiding you. You see how we are making a beautiful circle back to the beginning. It's beautiful message. So find a place where you can go to quiet your mind and heart, and then start observing and noticing good things about the environment. So I will give you an example. If you are now at this moment searching for a job and you're feeling like nobody wants you and you cannot get a job, and you feel like you don't belong there because it's like you feel like inadequate, like something is wrong with you. Or I don't know, you are trying to find a partner and whoever you find it that is not fitting, or people are just, you know, partners are just abandoning you from some reason, or whoever you meet, new friends or people, you know, like there are some kind of conflicts and you cannot keep these friendships. You know, for everyone is going to be a different thing. But the major thing is that you have to start creating this truce, this peace between you and your environment. And that you will do by giving gratitude. So start noticing the beauty. If it is a job, start noticing the beauty in the industry. Start admiring people who are doing the same work like you, who are working in other companies, who are successful, who found themselves in that, who are having a stable career. Instead of being maybe in a way a little bit jealous or a little bit sad, how can they do it and I cannot do it? You know, like switch, reverse the story and say, you know, like I'm happy that you are happy. I'm happy that you're having it. I admire that, you know, like these people found a job despite you haven't. I'm happy that these people found partners. Start to admire stable, beautiful relationships instead of feeling sorry for yourself because you still do not have that, you know, like because that feeling is separating you from your environment, and that is preventing you to find that job, to find that partner, to keep that friend, you know, to have that thing that you want and you can't because you feel like, you know, you are rejected from that field. So pile number 2, very important thing, very important message here is gratitude. Okay, I think that you catch the point. I really elaborated it deeply, and we are going to take a few more cards as advices. I am letting go of negative self-talk. Pile number 2, whenever your mind comes, Vedas have one saying. They say, slap your mind 1,000 times in the morning and 1,000 times in the evening, when you wake up and when you go to sleep. Like slap your mind, because, you know, your mind is trying to sabotage you. So slap it. Don't let it poison you, you know, like don't let it penetrate with the negativity. In the morning, do some kind of routine where you're going to have a positive self-talk. This day is going to be wonderful. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to enjoy it, and everything is going to go in my favor. Before sleep, also have some kind of positive self-talk. I'm going to have a beautiful sleep. My body is going to rest. This is what I need. I'm grateful for this bed, for this roof above my head, for this beautiful pillow that it is protecting me, you know, like do some kind of positive self-talk so that your day and your night would remain positive. My passion in life are meaningful and inspiring. Exactly. So find your spark, find the beauty. Pile number 2, what you love doing and what you enjoy. This is your bliss. Follow your bliss. If something is making you happy, you know, do that. If it is not harming anyone, if it is helping, you know, people, if it is helping you, if it is not harming anyone or anything, that's your bliss. Pile number 2. That is the way you need to go, and you need to find that spark. If someone you love that person, you want to be with that person, then you know, like follow that bliss, because we don't meet and we don't find that every day in our life. If some kind of job is making you feel safe and happy and productive and meaningful, follow that job, give your best at it, you know, like inspire others with that energy. I don't compare my life to others. Everyone is on their own journey. Pile number 2, remind yourself that you are unique. Look where it came. Exactly here, where you feel like you don't fit. And you don't have to fit like everyone fit. You are unique, you are beautiful, and you are the missing puzzle. You know, like you are needed, or else you would not be here. You know, you would not be created if you were not needed. So you are very needed, very important, and very unique. You should nourish who you are. You should never be ashamed who you are, how you are. You should always work on yourself. You're not perfect. We are not perfect. So we all the time do what we need to do to become better, right? Versions of ourselves. But you are beautiful and you have beautiful traits. And many people admire you. So don't feel and don't put yourself down just because you are comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself with anyone, because no one is you. And that's your power. That's your power. So pile number 2, this was your reading. And again, extremely long reading, like the pile number 1, the longest reading I ever made, I think, in my entire reading time. But it was needed, guys, and I really wanted to give this gift to you, and I hope that it helped and it will serve you and it will lead you to a better place in your mind, heart, spirit. If you are new to my channel, if you love my videos, make sure to subscribe, like, share, or comment. That is how I see that you are there. I love to receive your feedbacks, and for everyone who already there, I want to say a big thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you are following this, and most of all, I appreciate that you are giving me the opportunity to spread the messages that I believe are important. Guys, have a beautiful day or evening, wherever you are. I wish you all the best. You are going to deal with this just perfectly. Don't forget the messages that you received and keep them deep in your heart, and everything is going to be okay. Okay? See you soon with my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Pile number 3. We are going to do the reading today. And it's going to be a very specific one. It's going to be about your current blockages in your life and how you can resolve them. We are going to open a lot of cards and advices from the divine, and we are going to try to help you to actually cope with the situation right now. The pile 1 and pile 2 were crazy. I strongly recommend to share this reading to everyone who is struggling with something, and I do believe that we all do, because this period is quite challenging for everyone. Really for everyone. I don't know anyone who is now going through this time feeling actually happy and that everything is going like it should. It's astrologically heavy period, so naturally we are all in the same bowl, right? I'm going to try to resolve something, to analyze a little bit together with you what is happening, and we will try to find solutions and to receive the advices from the divine for your guidance. So let's see what is happening there in your reading. I'm going to open up the cards firstly to see what we have. Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Seven of Swords. We have Environmentalist. This one I'm gonna put down. We have Flow, and we have Music. Okay, pile number 3. I think that we can dive into your reading, and then we will see what is going on there, and slowly start unpacking this story. Am I ready to let go of things buried shame? Of this buried shame? Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? With the Four of Pentacles and Environmentalist. This is tricky, guys, because I do feel the energies that it's like you. First of all, I feel like very strong feeling of lack of self-confidence, like not being good enough. If that's you, that this is then definitely a reading. It's like you all the time feel like you're doing something wrong. You all the time feel like you could do something better than you did, or that you chose a wrong thing, or that you're taking the wrong decisions or the wrong pathways. You all the time feel like you're not good enough to do things as they should be done. I don't know. I just feel that it's like first of all, you are definitely too harsh towards yourself. You are very harsh towards yourself. You are not perfect. Nobody's perfect, and we should not be perfect because we are not built to be perfect. That's not our role. That's not our purpose. You are constantly protecting yourself. You're protecting your energy. You are shielding yourself. You are all the time having this wall around yourself, because it seems like you are afraid that if somebody, like gets through your wall, through your, shield that you created, and see you as you are, that they are going to be very disappointed, that they are going to abandon you, that they are going to dislike you, that they are going to leave you, that they are not going to accept you. This is a fear of not being accepted by others if you are you. And it's a very strange energy that I'm receiving, because I don't see you as an introvert person. I feel you as somebody who loves to talk, who don't have problems, like you will approach the people, you will communicate very openly, with the words. So you're not a closed, shy person. You're not shy. Pile number 3. And yet you have this thing that you, it's like, I don't know, you are afraid to give yourself. You're afraid to open up. You're afraid to give yourself to somebody, to anyone, fully. In friendships, okay, maybe you have been hurt too many times. Maybe every time when you did this, when you put yourself fully, when you put your heart and everything into something or someone, that got destroyed, or people did not value it, or like they hurt you, and you got out very, it was very painful experience. So you learned that you need to have boundaries, but the thing is that anything that has boundaries is not authentic. Do you understand? Pile number 3. If you are holding, for example, let me give you a love example. So I'm going to love you, but I'm going to love you 67%. I'm going to love you 67%, because the rest, you know, this 33% you cannot get, because I'm going to protect it. In the case you somehow, you know, like do something to me, so that I can keep this 33%, so that I don't suffer 100%, you know, like this is this mentality. And it's, how does that sound to you? Okay, besides maybe it sounds like you. How does that sound? Is that love? Is that really truly love? Or, you know, like, I really want to succeed in this thing. This is not just a job, this is a calling. But I'm going to work 67%. And the 33% I'm gonna, you know, like, just not invest. Because I don't want to invest all. In case the business, you know, fails, I still have this, I'm not totally disappointed. I'm not on the ground. That's not how it works. Basically, what you are doing is you're giving partially yourself into something, and that something cannot grow, cannot succeed, cannot be, cannot flourish, cannot nothing, because it's not enough. It's like you are having a plant, and the plant needs a glass of water, okay? But every time when it needs a glass of water, you give it like this little bit, you know, little bit. I'm just going to give you a little bit, oh, half. So the flower is struggling every time, you know, like cannot grow because it's not receiving the fuel that it needs to grow. That is the same thing with this kind of things and energy that you're producing. If you want to do something, you have to go fully, or you cannot go. You can, and you can do what you are doing, you can protect and you can go half, but then it's not authentic. It's not full, it's not real, and it's not going to give you results that you want. Simple as that. And I understand. You love spending more time in the nature maybe, or when you are alone than with the people, really, because, you know, like every time when you have an interaction with people, something, you know, something. Either they want something, or you need to do something, or something bad is happening, or something uncomfortable, or some kind of problem. When you are alone, you don't have problem. I catch. But we are not solo players. We are not individual. We are not only individual beings. We are also group and social beings. And pile number 3, the truth is, many people will not like you, and there is nothing wrong with that. That just means they are not your people. That just means they are not meant to be in your life. That just means that you should not waste your time and energy on this kind of people. So it's better you show yourself, and it's better that you are authentic than that you are wasting time on partial relationships, on half everything, half jobs, half loves, half friendships, you know, like that's not the life that brings fulfillment and abundance. And that is what you want, right? You want that. So let's open up what the divine is saying connected with this. It is saying 6 of Pentacles, exactly. And the word that we are receiving is couple. Exactly, couple and 6 of Pentacles. Divine is telling you, you need to play the game. And the game is togetherness. We share, we do things together. And with some people you will not make it, but with some people you will. But with those that you will, it's going to be absolutely magnificent. Your life will have the value that you cannot create by yourself, okay? You cannot create by yourself the value that you can create with somebody else. And this is specifically for many of you talking about the couples. So if you have somebody in your life that you're romantically involved with, for some of you who have that, you know, like you are much stronger with your partner than alone. Just remember that. This is what divine is telling you. Like you and your partner are giving, you know, like you are the full thing. You are the team. You cannot deliver, you cannot experience this life. You cannot see the beauty of this life alone as you can see it with another person. And for you who are alone, who don't have anyone or anything like that in your life, this is a reminder that maybe you got very good in solo life, you know, living alone, doing everything alone. But again, you know, divine is reminding you that the life is so much more beautiful when you have somebody to share it with. And it is encouraging you to actually, you know, like be open for that. Don't be ashamed of anything that you are. And if there are some things in your past that you're not proud of and that you did that you want to forget or erase, do that. Do that. Every day is a new day, every day is a new opportunity, and every day we have opportunity to actually turn the page, you know, and live. What am I most afraid of losing? This is very important because pile number 3, you are very afraid. In general, you're afraid to lose, to make a wrong move, to lose. You're afraid that if you do something wrong, you're going to lose somebody, lose people. Somebody is going to abandon you, somebody is not going to value you anymore, and so on and so on. Page of Wands with the flow. I think that, you know, like you... With the Page of Wands, there are things in your life that are your spark, your light, your star that you are following, you know, the light that you are following. When you are focused on the light, and this could be a person, you know, you could have somebody who is the light, your light. And as long as your eyes are focused on this light, everything is going good for you. Even if it is hard or if it is complicated or long, as long as your eyes are on the light, you're on the right pathway. That is how you feel. And you're so afraid of losing that. Because this person or this thing, that's your that's your guide. That's your compass. And you feel that if you would lose this light, you would lose the direction, you know, where you would go, the flow of your life. Like, you're very afraid to lose this person or to lose this thing, whatever it is. Maybe it's a job, project, for some of you, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a relative, you know, maybe it's his mother or father, but it could also be a lover. You are very afraid to lose this because it is grounding you. It is showing you the way. It is giving you the strength. You see, it is like radiating with love, warmth, and light. It's keeping you safe because around you, it can be, you know, like thousands of bad things happening. As long as your eyes are on this light, you know where you are going, you know. You're just keeping the light. And the fact that you are, look how tight you are, you know, holding it and how gentle you're carrying it. It's like you are admiring this person or this, whatever it is, activity. You admire too much and you see it as something above, something very precious, very valuable, very rare. And it is. Pile number 3. Whatever this is that in your life. And that's why you are so afraid of losing it. Now, let's see how you can deal with this fear. What divine is saying to you, Wheel of Fortune, okay? And we have bond. Beautiful. So bonds are not just made. They are not created overnight. So this kind of bond that you have with this light, inner light of somebody or something was created through time, through happenings, through investment of feelings, of activities. You know, it never fell down from the sky, and that's why you are so afraid of losing it. Divine is telling to you that the Wheel of Fortune is all the time spinning. And now we are up, now we are down. Now we are up, now we are down. You know, it is all the time. You know how that goes. We cannot keep anything. We cannot preserve anything. The nature of material world is changeable. Everything changes. Everything comes. Everything goes. Nothing lasts forever and nothing is staying the same. And this is the universal truth. That is the dimension, this material dimension where we are. Of course, we are not material beings, we are spiritual beings as well. So divine is telling you, accept the material nature, but also don't forget about your spiritual nature, which is exactly diametrically opposite from what I just said. Your spirit is internal, eternal. It's never changing. It's always constant, and it's always the same. And it cannot be changed, and it cannot be switched, and it cannot be turned. It's eternal. Okay? So we have these opposites within ourselves, and it is very hard for us to actually deal with it because our soul wants it forever. We want things to last forever. Our soul lasts forever because we are energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. So since we are eternal, we want eternal. Our soul wants eternal. But our material nature, our body, is not eternal. It has its cycle. You know, we get born in this body, we live and we die. And this is the same rule for everything on this planet, right? So our material nature, we cannot keep. We have to gain and lose and gain and lose and gain and lose. And that is the cycle of the wheel of fortune. So divine is trying to remind you that both of these natures are very and equally important, that you have to understand why you want this, because you are soul. But you also have to understand why you are afraid of losing it, because your soul is not accepting this material nature, you know, and its rules. So for you to cope easier, you know, like with all of this situation that is bothering you, is basically to understand that just like you are energy that cannot disappear, also this bond, you know, this energy cannot disappear. Whatever is created in energy cannot disappear. It can transform, it can change or switch form, but it cannot disappear. So love will always be, because love is eternal, just like our soul. And it cannot be destroyed. You cannot lose. That is what I'm trying to say. There is nothing to lose. Because everything that is, it is, and it will always be, because everything that is eternal. Only this illusion of this material world will actually change the form, appearance, right? The feeling of losing is illusion. You cannot lose. You cannot lose anything, you know. So divine is trying to basically remind you to always have on your mind what is illusion, what is there, and to go back into your soul, you know, into your soul. Okay, so let's move forward. Where am I called to use my voice right now? Where am I called to use my voice right now? Somewhere you are asked to use your voice. Let's see what that means. With the Seven of Swords, we see that around you, or something is happening around you, or somebody is doing something that you see that it's not okay. You see some kind of injustice, or you see something is wrong. Okay, something is happening that it is wrong. You see that it is wrong, and you have a feeling like you cannot do anything about it, and you're just silenced. And you feel like you need to do something. You need to react, you need to change, you need to, you know, when we use the voice. Like, for example, I will just give you random example. You enter the bank and you see a guy standing behind old lady, for example, trying to pull out the wallet from her purse, okay? So you see something bad is happening, and you see that guy is gonna actually steal the wallet from this granny. And you use your voice. Hey, stop, don't do that. You know, like, you have to raise your voice. You have to use the voice. That is the example. Now, connect it with the circumstances in your life. You see that something is happening. For example, I don't know, another example could be on your job. Somebody is, cheating concerning something. And you see it, but you are just keeping quiet. You know, this kind of thing. Something is bad. Somebody is doing something bad or wrong, and you see it. and you have a feeling like you need to react, but it's very hard for you to react because, again, you are very afraid to either, you know, like that you're going to lose the job, lose the person, lose their reputation, something, you know, like you're afraid. So let's see what the divine is saying concerning that. We have 7 of Cups and we have Pain. Okay, good. Because this is very interesting answer from the divine. So divine is basically telling you that there is no just one option to use your voice. So there are multiple ways of dealing with this situation. You just need to sit and a little bit think about it. You can maybe switch it against, instead of punishing the person or situation, maybe you could actually inspire the person through some kind of, you see, we see price, through something to change the person or situation. So instead of pointing what is negative there, maybe you should jump there and switch it into something positive. But again, you need to use your voice. So you are the one who needs to do something. If you are just waiting for somebody or something to arrive and change this situation, you are going to, and not only you, but the situation is going to be painful. But if you jump inside and actually react with your creativity, with your ideas, and you do something you will find a creative solution, you will change the course, you will do something about it so that it's not repeating, so that it's not there, this injustice, this wrongdoing, whatever it is, then you can switch the entire thing. So what I see is that, again, some kind of fear is preventing you. You don't want to get involved into it because you don't want to get punished at the end. But divine is telling to you, you still can react and you can put your voice into it, and you are not going to be punished, but you have to be creative with your solutions. You have to find solution. Maybe somebody for some of you, because this is a general reading, maybe this situation involves a person who wants to take credit for something that you did. They're saying that they did it and not you. Or they want to take credit for your efforts or something like that. So I believe that you can use your voice and you can make a change in this situation. With the music, I would believe that it is like a frequency, energy here. So with your energy, with your attitude, with the way how you play, you need to be skillful here and creative. I think that you can switch this thing and you can bring the justice. You know, you can bring the justice. Sorry. Let's take a few more messages for you, pile number 3. Starting the day off with a positive thought can change my entire mindset. Correct. So have on your mind that when you wake up in the morning, it's very important what you say to yourself, how you talk with yourself, you know, in which way. Your self-talk is very important. That is going to form all of your day in front of you. I am constantly growing and evolving into a better person. Don't forget that you are a work in progress. And we are constantly working on ourselves. And this is just confirmation from divine, that divine wants to say to you that divine is proud of you because you made so many changes and you so much improved, and you are working on yourself constantly, and you are open for change, and you are just on the right path. Pile number 3, you are going in the direction of constantly self-correcting, and you are doing amazing job. So this is also a message for you. I am freeing myself from all destructive doubts. Exactly. Don't self-sabotage yourself. If your mind is telling you that you cannot do something, that's just a thought and it doesn't have to be true. You can do everything. Remember that everything is possible. Everything is possible. And if we have doubts, we already concluded, you know, that it's not possible. We already, you know, cut all of the possibilities there. So with the doubt, we already decided that, you know, we are not going to make it. So it's such a destructive way of thinking and being. So part number 3, try not to do that. Free yourself from all destructive doubts and try to focus yourself on how to do it. Not, I cannot do it and because of that, and that. Focus yourself, I can do it if I do that, and then. Try to search the solution, not the fear, the blockages, okay? So these are the messages for you, pile number 3. My voice is already gone. I mean, after these 3 extremely long readings, I think that it's crazy. But I think that you needed to hear this, and I really gave my best to deliver all of the messages so that this can help you in this period, in this challenging period. I hope that it will serve you well and that you enjoy the reading. If you are new to my channel, if you love the videos that I'm making, make sure to subscribe, like, share, or comment. That's how I know you are there. When you're commenting, I see you. Yeah, my voice is definitely going. So I'm very grateful. That is what I wanted to also say to everyone already there who are supporting me and helping me to spread the messages. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. And I wish you all the best. Beautiful day or evening, wherever you are. And I hope to see you with my next reading. Bye.